Yeah. 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 What's good, y'all? What's good? How are y'all tonight? How are y'all on this beautiful Sunday afternoon? Or Sunday night, I should say. How y'all doing? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Double Diesel in here. Getting ready, waiting for kickoff for the Sunday night football between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. Pretty good day for and it's, by the way, before I continue, if you noticed, I look a little darker than I have over the past couple of days. It's because I currently don't have a working light as of right now. So yeah, my it all comes through in the same. I only have one outlet. I don't have a power strip at the moment. So, and I forgot to charge my laptop this morning, so that's before this. So I'm currently in the middle of charging that. So yeah, just for the sake of continuity errors, I decided, you know what, just for tonight, I'm going to go without having a light. Well, I have my room light, but as you can tell, that kind of screws with the lighting a little bit. But you make do with what you make do with. Now, before I forget, and I will forget, there are new graphics for the week. Yay! Now, as far as the games today, pretty fun day of football for the most part. Not as fun as it's been for the last two Sundays, but still, you had some really good action. Buffalo and Miami being just as good as advertised. Rodgers versus Brady. Not a shootout. I don't know. I mean, you can't really expect a shootout with two quarterbacks, one of which in their late 30s and the other in their early to mid 40s. So you can't really expect a shootout. But it was just kind of what I thought, a good defensive battle. And yeah, I'll dive into more of it. Again, apologies. I know I promised episode 1 of my podcast coming out this past Wednesday, but I ran into some technical issues. In the case of my computer cannot handle it. So my original recording was a little over 2 hours long, and yeah, it turns out my computer can't handle that. So this week, I promise, I know I sound like a boy who cried wolf, but this week I promise I'll get a weekly recap for week 3 of the NFL season out by this Wednesday. I promise, I promise, I know, I promise, I will, I promise you. So, yes. And we are just about to approach kickoff. My goodness, Mike Shanahan. I knew he was up there in age, but my goodness, he is old. He looks old. Oh, my goodness. Just waiting for kickoff to start any moment now. As NBC is showing the troublesome storyline of Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers from this past offseason. I'll probably dive into that during commercial breaks a little bit, at least at the start of the game anyway. And We're setting up for kickoff right now. I'm not sure who's kicking off as of the moment. And Denver will be kicking off. So San Francisco will be getting the ball first, which means we get to see Jimmy Garoppolo back as the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. And the kickoff is away, and we are underway. And Raymond McLeod will return this. He catches it inside the 5, and he gets swarmed and nearly broke out of it, but gets tackled inside the 10-yard line. So Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G, and the Niners offense are going to be starting in a terrible field position to start the game off. And Jimmy Garoppolo taking the field as the Niners starting quarterback for the first time since the NFC title game back in January. And just the fact that I'm talking about how Jimmy Garoppolo is still the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, like I said, after everything that's happened in the offseason, is wild. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line, and it's going to be a handoff to the running back, and he goes for about a yard on that. It'll be 2nd and long. So, yeah, after everything that's happened in the offseason, from Jimmy Garoppolo not supposed to be on the team, hopefully trying to get traded. Niners are hoping to trade him. 2nd and 8, Debo in motion. Jimmy G, play action fake, and he throws it short to Debo, and Debo picks up a 1st down, and he fights for more yardage, and he gets gang tackled on the 25-yard line. We have a fresh set of downs for San Francisco. Okay. But yeah, after everything that's happened, from for the Niners trying to trade him in the offseason, but he had shoulder surgery. He had the shoulder injury. Nobody really wanted him. 1st and 10. Hand off to Debo, and he gets stamped at the goal line. Or at the line of scrimmage, excuse me. As they're introducing the Broncos defense. But yeah, and it's weird because this was a game that was originally at the beginning of the year hyped up as Russell Wilson versus Trey Lance. Lance getting he was seen as a lot of people of being somebody that could be like a Russell Wilson type player, of San Francisco getting their own Russell Wilson type after dealing with him so many years within the division. As Garoppolo throws, batted in the air, and it's nearly picked off. Was in a sea of Broncos, going to bring up a 3rd and 9. So, and yeah, he was supposed to be their Russell Wilson, of somebody that they can develop and hopefully turn into their franchise quarterback, as somebody that can bring them over the hump that Jimmy G, as good of a quarterback that I still think he is, just wasn't able to do for them. And questions that if he can ever be that guy. 3rd and 9, and Garoppolo's pass gets batted at the line. It's going to be 4th and 9, and San Francisco's going to have to punt. First drive of the game. Denver's defense, after giving up a 1st down, previous set, come right back out. Only got a 1-yard gain, 2 batted passes, and just like that, they're going to get the Niners offense off the field. But yeah, after everything that's happened over the past week and everything that's happened in the offseason, the fact that San Francisco can still have a chance to compete. Hold on one second. They're still going to have a chance to compete this year. Low snap on the punt. Punt gets away. And they're just going to let it go, and it bounces around the 30-yard line. And that's where the Denver Broncos are going to get the ball on offense. I'm going to stop my, oh no, we're appearing to go to commercial break for some reason. Okay. So after everything that's happened, the fact that the Niners are still going to have a chance to compete after losing their starting quarterback for the year is ridiculously fortunate for them. Because Trey Lance was, again, he was supposed to be the guy. This was his year to where he was going to have the keys to the Porsche. This was his year that, all right, this is your team now, Trey. This is your chance to actually get the ball, run with it, and develop you over the course of the season. After sitting last year, being such a raw prospect that he was, this was going to be his year to shine and really get his feet wet and to really start developing. And he's not going to get that opportunity now. Obviously, we all know he broke his ankle last week against Seattle. He's now out for the remainder of the season. And Jimmy Garoppolo, who everyone was saying was a foregone conclusion that he was not going to be on this roster at the start of the year, is now going to have to be the quarterback of this team for the remainder of the year. So it's crazy how this league works, where 1 minute it's a foregone conclusion of you're not going to be on this team, to the next being like, hey, bro, can you help us out a little bit this year, man? And as weird as it sounds, I kind of feel like San Francisco is better off, at least for this year, if they want to compete this year with Jimmy as their starter. Because Trey Lance, granted, it was week 1 in the rain. It was in a damn near monsoon, basically. But Trey Lance in his first week did not look particularly good. And he still has a lot of things that he needs to work and develop on. So, and the Niners are a roster where they're built to win. They're basically built to win now. And as weird as it sounds, yes, Jimmy gives them the best option to win right now, as to, because you, at least with Jimmy, you know what you have in him. Whereas Trey, you're just hoping he develops into something over the course of the year. Whereas Jimmy, you know what the floor is with him, and that is a quarterback that's good enough to get you to the playoffs. 1st and 10 for the Broncos, and Javonte Williams gets the short pass, and he only picks up 1, maybe 2. Well, that's the Niners situation heading into this game. The big story, is the Broncos offense against the Niners defense. The Niners defense, 2nd and 8, has a handoff to, I believe, Melvin Gordon. He doesn't really pick up anything. No, it's Javonte. Now, the Niners defense, I don't really need to talk much about because they are scary good. They are as stout could be. They've been absolutely suffocating through the first 2 games of the year. 3rd and 8 for Wilson. He steps up, he throws short to Jerry Jeudy, and he goes nowhere. And just like that, it's a 3 and out for the Broncos offense. And this is exactly what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was about to talk about, I should say. The Niners defense is great, but the main story is that the Broncos offense over the first couple weeks of the year so far have not looked good. They have not looked good. And you could say that it's a new offense with a new quarterback, with a new head coach, with a new scheme. So there's bound to be growing pains. 4th and 7, and the Broncos are just going to punt it away. Booming kick. And McLeod takes it at the 20. He doesn't really, about a 5-yard return on that. But as I was saying, the Broncos offense the first 2 weeks has not looked good. And their head coach, Nathaniel Hackett, who was hired because he spent the last 3 years as the O coordinator for Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, he has taken a lot of flack because it's not just, oh, this team's 1-1 and the offense hasn't. It's not just the team hasn't put up the points that you expect them to. No, it runs much deeper than that. It's heading into today, they have been 0-6 heading into the red zone. which means they've, over the first 2 games, have reached the red zone a total of 6 times and have not punched it into the end zone a single one of those 6 times over the 2 games. And you're also talking about, terrible management, terrible clock management. I'm sure everyone by now has seen the infamous sequence from last week in I believe it was the 3rd quarter, where the Broncos were on a 3rd and short situation, and they run this weird, fullback option pass situation where the fullback has the option to pitch it or take it himself. That gets blown up. It's a 4th and 1, and the Broncos offense stays out there for a while. You're thinking, all right, they're going to go for it, especially after the debacle at the end of the week 1. You're like, okay, this team's going to pick it up. They're going to go for it on a 4th and short situation, and they keep the offense out there. But then all of a sudden they say, you know what, to hell with it, and send Brandon McManus out there to kick a 50-some-yard field goal. Well, by the time they were like, screw it, and they sent them out there, the play clock was already running out, and they end up getting a delay of game, and that ends up pushing them out of field goal range, and they then have to punt it away. So that was at least 3 points that they just left on the board because they had no idea what they wanted to do. And it's stuff like that where you look at the first 2 weeks, because it wasn't just an issue last week. It was an issue in week 1 on Monday night against Seattle. And it's stuff like that all of a sudden after 2 games, because it's official, usually the honeymoon period ends after 4 or 5 games. It's after 2 weeks, and the honeymoon period is already over. Now it's okay, what the hell is going on with this team? 1st and 10 for San Francisco. Jimmy throws over the middle. He's got Brandon Ayuk, and he's tackled low at about the 45-yard line. 1st down for San Francisco. So that's really the story I'm looking at in this game. I want to see how Denver's offense, if they've made improvements. I really want to see this offense succeed, because they have way too much talent on there to not succeed. So that's what I'm looking at. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Handoff to Jeff Wilson, and Wilson finds a hole. Wilson breaks free. Wilson is in the clear. He makes a move, and he's tackled inside the 20-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Jeff Wilson Jr. 2 plays on the second play of the drive. The first play, they have the big gain to Brandon Ayuk in the middle of the field. The second one, Jeff Wilson finds a hole on the counter, and oh my goodness, he just breaks in the clear. He got tackled by Pat Surtain. That might have just saved the touchdown. Because if he makes that move and Pat Surtain misses him, that is arguably 6. Oh my goodness, and just like that, they're in the red zone. Garoppolo throws it over the middle to George Kittle, and he's trying to fight for it. George Kittle making his season debut after being out the first couple weeks with an injury. Oh, my goodness. Now we're going to see if San Francisco can do what Denver hasn't been able to do and get in the red zone the first time. And that's another thing with San Francisco's offense. The difference between last week and week 1 against Chicago. That when Jimmy was back in the offense, you can tell it was able to function a little bit more. Handoff to Wilson, and Wilson gets the 1st down after a couple of yards. But he picks up a 1st down, so it's going to be 1st and goal now for the 49ers. But yeah, you saw last week that the offense looked a little more comfortable. They looked a little more fluid. They looked a little more fluent. Maybe that has to do with going up against a Seattle defense that was lacking Jamal Adams and isn't particularly good. But yeah, they just look a lot more comfortable. They were able to be more consistent with moving the ball. 1st and goal, short pass to Debo, and Debo tries to break a tackle, but he picks up about 4, gets inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal for San Francisco. So yeah, San Francisco, they looked a lot more comfortable on offense last week than they did the week before with Jimmy in there as opposed to Trey. And that helps. I mean, it makes sense because Jimmy's been there for a long time. He has established chemistry with a lot of these guys. So, and a lot of the guys, even after everything that's happened this offseason, still like Jimmy. They still believe in Jimmy. And they have a right to. Second and goal. Quick pass to Ayuk, and he's in. Touchdown, San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Ayuk on the pick play at the goal line is able to get in for the first score of the game. And just like that, they are an extra point away from being up 7-0 at the start of this ball game. See, this is what I'm talking about. San Francisco, after all this, they just look more comfortable. They're moving the ball a little bit. They're able to move the ball a little bit with more ease. The passing game looks more fluent than it did in week 1. And this is what I'm talking about. Extra point is up, and it is good. Niners up as I adjust the scoreboard real quick. Un momento, por favor. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully this is. No, it is not. Hold on. What did I do? Ah. I have no idea what I did. Ah. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what's happening. Ah. Alrighty. Okay. My geez, I am trying to. Trying to adjust this, and I cannot seem to find it. There we are. Ah, what's going on? There we are. Hey, I don't know what that was. My apologies for the awkward dead air. I was trying to figure out where my adjusted graphics went. Would you look at that? It was just in time. Just in time for the Niners to kick back off. My apologies for the awkwardness there. It's going to be a touchback. Denver's going to get the ball at the 25. This is their chance to respond. This is their chance to try and make every Broncos fan in the Mile High get some semblance of relief. Try and make sure that, okay, this offense can actually be productive. Because that's been the concern with them for the first 2 games of the season. It's not that they're not being productive enough, it's that they haven't been productive at all. And the first play is a handoff to Javonte Williams, and he picks up about 3, I want to say. It might be about 2nd and 7. But yeah, over the first 2 games, Denver offensively has not been able to put up the points you would expect a team with this kind of talent would be putting up. And they've looked unprepared. They've looked lackluster. They look like they don't know situational football. 2nd and 7, Russell's going to throw a back shoulder, and Cortland Sutton, they are not on the same page. Incomplete, 3rd and 7. If Denver goes 3-0 here, I don't know. Something tells me this is going to be a long night. And again, San Francisco's defense is, I said at the beginning of the show, it is stout. It is loaded with talent. It is an absolute wrecking unit of a defense. And, false, no, not a false start. Unless it is, they blew the whistle dead. They blew the play dead. We're going to see. First penalty tonight. Nope. It's encroachment. It's only a 5-yard penalty, so it's still going to be 3rd down. But that's good for Denver. It takes it from a 3rd and long to a 3rd and short situation. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot easier to convert for them. Third and 2 now for the Broncos offense. Melvin Gordon's in the game at running back. Russell, and he throws it short. He skipped it. Incomplete. 4th down. And the Broncos, for the 2nd straight drive, have gone 3 and out. He had Ogwebanam, the tight end, wide open, and Russell just threw it deep. He just threw it short. He skipped it. That's the 2nd 3 and out in the first 2 drives of the game for the Denver Broncos. And another punt is away just like that, and Ray-Ray McCloud's going to take it at the 10, and he's going to get a nice tackle inside the 20. He's going to give the Niners bad field position again. But man, Denver. I really hope it. Like, I said already, I want this team to be successful because they have not been good since Peyton Manning retired back in 2015. Since then, they have not good. They have not been good. They have not good. They have not been a good football team since then. And this is a team that's so deprived over the years, especially at the quarterback position, that hold on one second. All right, my apologies on that. Just had to figure something out real quick. But yeah, I want this team to have some semblance of life, and I really don't want to buy the idea that Nathaniel Hackett is holding this team back. I don't want this to be a 2019 Cleveland Browns situation. This team's talent is too good for that. As Brandon Ayuk picks up a 1st down, really nice 1st down play on the first play of this drive. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 35. It's got a pitch to Debo, and he gets nowhere. There's a flag on the play, though. It's flag thrown around the line of scrimmage, so it's probably going to be holding. As we approach the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Refs are talking about it. Nope, there isn't a flag. They picked it up, 2nd down. It would be second and down. Second and 10 for the San Francisco offense at their own 35-yard line. Wilson's in the backfield. Ayuk is in motion. There's a handoff to Wilson. He tries to pick up a few yards, and he does. He actually carries a couple of defenders for about a 5-yard gain. It's going to be about 3rd and 5 for the Niners offense, who in the first quarter so far has looked really good. Had about 6 plays in their first drive, scoring drive in the last drive, and now they're in their 4th or 5th play of the drive, about to, on a 3rd and 4. Juszczyk, the fullback, out in motion. Now motion's back in. Oh, there was movement in the line. That's going to be a false start. It's going to back them up. It's going to be about a 3rd and 9 now. The whole right side of the line moved. Yep, and the referees confirm it, and it's a false start. It's going to be a 3rd and 9 now for the Niners offense. I was just talking about how the Niners offense so far in this game has looked really good. And right as I say that, they get a false start penalty to back them up 5. Just over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here we are. They break the huddle, 3rd and 9. Oh, never mind. Refs are doing something. Refs are doing something with the football. I don't know what happened. I don't know. They broke the huddle. They were about to go run the play, and then the refs just randomly stop it. I don't entirely know why. I think something happened with the football. I think they got the wrong football or something. I don't know. But here we go. Now we're going to get a chance to run it. Juwan Jennings, wide receiver, out in motion. 3rd and 9. Garoppolo drops back. He's going to get pressure in his face, and he's going to go down. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, on a blitz, gets to him, and just like that, the Niners are going to be forced to punt. Denver's defense, they needed that. They got the stop. Niners are going to punt it away, and now that was the Broncos defense sending a message, I think, of like, okay, offense, we're letting you know, we're going to do our job. This offense doesn't scare us. We're going to do our job. Y'all have to do yours. Ooh. The punt was away, and the punt returner nearly touched it. He was going to go catch it, and then the last second let it drop. That could have been dangerous. Ball bounced in the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos are going to get the ball at their own 20. But that was dangerous. That could have nearly been a disaster. And he made that decision a split second later. But Denver offensively, if they end up, for some reason, I had the feeling that they're going to go down. They're going to get into the red zone, and they're still not going to be able to punch it in. I for some reason, get that feeling, and I really don't want it to, because at that point, it would just be a joke. I don't want that to be the case, but I get the feeling for some reason that it will happen. So the Broncos, this is going to be their 3rd drive of the game. We're still in the first quarter. The Broncos, the first 2 drives of the game resulted in 3 and outs. This is primetime. This is Sunday Night Football. Everybody watching this game, Broncos fans included, or especially Broncos fans, are watching this game hoping that they can walk out of tonight not feeling the same way they did after the first 2 games. They don't want to walk out. I don't want to walk out of this game thinking, what the hell is wrong with the Broncos offense? I don't want to be feeling that way. A team with Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy at wide receivers, Javonte Williams, and Melvin Gordon running backs, Alberto as a tight end. A team with that offensive firepower should not make you feel like they can't do anything. So I'm hoping this is their third drive of the game. Hopefully they can turn this drive into something. If they can go down and get a touchdown, then all of a sudden I start feeling a little bit better. I think Broncos fans as a whole start feeling better, especially if they actually get into the red zone and get into the end zone. Because like I said, heading into this game, they've been 0-6 on red zone drives so far this year. First and 10, it's a handoff to Melvin Gordon, and Melvin Gordon picks up about 4 yards on that. It's going to be 2nd and 6 as we approach the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. All right, Gordon is still in the game. It is a 2nd and 6. Wilson is under center and is a handoff again to Gordon, and he goes absolutely nowhere on that. He gets wrapped up immediately. Hufanga, the safety, who's been playing some really good football the first 2 weeks of the season, came up and got the tackle from behind. Hufanga, he's a guy that I would not shocked if he's a breakout candidate for this year. Because over these first 2 games, he's just been everywhere. In the Chicago game and the Seattle game, he's been the definition of a playmaker for that Niner defense. They need him to continue being that tonight. 3rd and 5 now. Jeudy in motion. Wilson drops back to pass, and he throws it, and it's behind Jeudy, but he can't corral it. And 4th and 5. Emmanuel Mosley was on the coverage. It's now 4th down, and they're going to send the punting unit back on. 3 drives. Oh, the ball got tipped when it was in the air. That's why it was behind him. I think that was Bosa who tipped it. No, it was a D tackle that tipped it. 3 drives for the Broncos offense. And, oh my goodness, they got a free rusher on that. The punt nearly got blocked. River McLeod calls for a fair catch at the 25. Oh my goodness. Oh no, Denver. Oh no. This is, oh gosh. 3 drives for the Broncos offense. 3 3-and-outs. As we still have about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oh my gosh. I don't know what you do at this point. Now, I'm trying not to overreact because it is still the first quarter at the end of the day. But with all the concerns about this offense heading into this week, all the concerns about is Nathaniel Hackett an NFL head coach? Can he properly coach this team? Is this offense even good? With all of those concerns heading into this week, to start this game on primetime football with your first 3 possessions ending in a 3-and-out, that's not going to calm anybody's nerves. That's not going to tame anyone's concerns about this offense that was already created because of their own doing. San Francisco's going to get the ball back. And we're just waiting for them to get out of commercial break at this point. Yeah, if you're Denver, you're going to have to rely on your defense to keep you in the game, because the offense having issues with it is, plus going up against this Niners defense, you're going to need, if you're the Denver Broncos, you're going to need your defense to step up and make plays and put your offensive positions where they can walk away with at least some kind of points. And we are now back from commercial. The Broncos, no, not the Broncos, the Niners are back on offense. It's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it's going to be a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. McLeod is in motion. Classic I formation. McLeod is back in motion. It is a pitch to Wilson, and Wilson goes absolutely nowhere. That's going to be about a 2-yard loss. Josie Jewell again. The man that got the sack the previous drive that forced the Niners to punt, he comes in like a heat-seeking missile. Josie Jewell, oh my goodness, he read that perfectly. He shot the gap. That's going to be, it's only a yard loss. This is going to be a 2nd and 11. Niners now in shotgun formation. Wilson still in the game to Garoppolo's left. Juszczyk is in motion. Garoppolo with the play action. Throws back across his body, and wide open is Debo. And that's going to be a 1st down around the 45-yard line, around the 40-yard line, actually, of San Francisco. That's going to be a new set of downs as we hit the 2-minute mark in the 1st quarter. Jimmy G with the play action throws it back across his body, and Debo, he just found the open zone. He just found the open hole in the zone, and Garoppolo found him. Debo had to jump for that, but he snagged it, and it's going to be another pitch to Wilson, and Wilson picks up about 4 yards in the carry. It's going to be about 2nd and 6. Second and 6 for the Niners. As we approach a minute 10 left in the 1st quarter. Garoppolo under center. Hands it off to Wilson again. And he picks up about another 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Broncos offense. They're either at or around midfield right now. We're going to have to see in a second. As the camera on the NBC broadcast is shaking. So, the Broncos faithful are getting into it. It's a 3rd and 3 for the Niners offense. 30 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Play clock down to 5. Running back is in motion. Play clock down to 1. Just get it off. Garoppolo in the pocket. He throws him in the middle, and it was nearly caught by Ayuk. Pass knocked away by Pat Surtain II. Pat Surtain with a great play. It's going to be 4th and 3, and the Niners get the punt. Just like I said, the Broncos, they're probably going to have to end up relying on their defense to make plays and keep them in this game. Oh, my God, and Debo was open. Jimmy had Debo streaking down the sideline free, and he just didn't see him. That's a missed opportunity for San Francisco. But the punting unit for Niners are back on. Punt is away. And, yep, the returner actually takes a Niners bounce, or a Broncos bounce, and bounces at the 5-yard line. Ooh, they're showing the Sunday night preview. Next week it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs heading to Tampa. Next week, Mahomes and Brady. Tampa with a last-second loss today. Kansas City with a shocking upset defeat today. at the hands of the Indianapolis Colts. That was a game that heading into the week I thought for sure Kansas City was going to win, especially considering how bad Indianapolis has looked at the first 2 games of the year. 7 seconds. This is going to be the last play of the first quarter. Wilson in the pocket in the end zone, and he's going to throw over the middle, and he's got Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton tries to put a stiff arm on Mosley, but he gets tackled around the 40-yard line. And that's a big play. Final play of the first quarter is the Broncos' first down of the game. And just like that, the first quarter is in the books. If this was a boxing match, then the Niners would have won straight up. And hold on 1 second. We are just, there we are, just making some changes at the moment. But yes. Okay. My computer has been acting slow. There we are. I don't know why that takes so long. Better late than never. There we go. Quarter number 2. All right. So as we wait for the game to get back into session, I want to discuss a little bit, first of all, the preview for next Sunday night, Kansas City and Tampa Bay. In both their respective games. Never mind. I will get to that fairly soon because we just got back from commercial break. Because I first want to talk about Kansas City and their game against Indianapolis today. I did not get the chance to watch the game in its entirety, at least not just yet. 1st and 10. New set of downs for the Broncos at the 40-yard line. Wilson, play action fake, steps up in the pocket, and he gets taken down from behind. Oh my goodness, he didn't see him. The defensive end, number 92, my apologies for not knowing who that is. But he came up out of nowhere and got to him. And just like that, first play of the second quarter is a sack on Russell Wilson. But yeah, it's going to be a 2nd and 13 now after the 3-yard sack. Wilson steps up and he throws him in the middle. He's got Sutton, who had the big play earlier, and he only gets some of that penalty yardage back and then some. It's going to be 3rd, and we will see in a moment. Yep, there'll be a 3rd and 6. It was a 7-yard gain on the reception. Wilson back in the gun. We got 4 receivers wide. Snap to Wilson. Wilson drops back. There's a little bit of pressure. He throws to a wide open Jerry Jeudy. That's going to be another first down as they get into San Francisco territory for the first time in this game. Took them a while, but they finally got within San Francisco territory as Jerry Jeudy gets tackled around the 9 or 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. It's going to be their first play in San Fran territory. And on that play, it is just a errant pass. The hitch route intended for Jerry Jeudy, and the pass a little behind him. Jeudy and Russ not on the same page. It's going to be 2nd and 10. What exactly happened here? There's just a little hitch route, and I don't know what was that. I don't know if it was a miscommunication. I don't know what was going on that. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Melvin Gordon, and he only gets a couple on that. Maybe. It's going to be a 3rd and long, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 situation. Broncos, so, okay. They're at the, 38-yard line. So if my math, they are technically in McManus's range. But I think after the first 2 weeks, fans are sick of seeing Brandon McManus already. And I don't blame them. Yep, it's going to be a 3rd and 8 for the Denver offense. Russ takes the snap, steps up, and he gets a little bit of pressure from Bosa. Tries to step up, and he gets tackled from behind, but there's a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. We'll have to wait and see what it is. It looks like it's going to be a holding on Denver. Yep, they're indicating holding. They're talking with Shanahan, so yeah, it's going to be a holding penalty. I'm talking about if he wants to decline it or not. Yep, it's holding on the offense. Penalty is declined. It's going to be a 4th down. And Russ got maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on that. And I think they're going to send McManus out. We shall see. Yep, they're going to send the field goal unit out. Brandon McManus to try and get the Broncos offense, try and get the Broncos on the board for the first time in this game. And the kick is up, and it is good from 55 yards out. And the Broncos are finally on the board. And the score is now, hold on, un momento. The score is now San Francisco 7, Denver 3 at the start of the 2nd quarter. There we are. Yay. So yeah, the Denver Broncos finally get on the board. And honestly, at this point, points are points. When you play it against this kind of defense, that's all you really can say. Obviously, you'd like to get more with the offensive struggles that they've had. But when you're in his range, the kicker has a leg as strong as McManus is, I'm not going to blame the team for just kicking a field goal. At least this time they actually knew they wanted to kick the field goal. But you can tell that there was a bit to be desired on that. They finally got, but there are some things that you can take away from. It's like, okay, now they're finally starting to push the ball down the field a little bit. Now they finally got into San Francisco territory. Now they're starting to finally get some semblance of a rhythm and moving the ball a little bit. Now you're just hoping that that can improve as the game goes along, and you hope your defense still has been doing what still does what it's been doing over the past couple of drives and making key stops to get you the ball back for opportunities like that. So yeah, it's basically all there is to it as of right now. As Denver will be kicking off. McManus boots it, and they're going to get a return out of this. McLeod's going to take it out, and he just gets tackled at the 15-yard line. So third drive for the Niners that started off in bad field position. So the Niners in this game offensively have looked relatively up and down, I'll say. I was going to say good, but then the more I thought about it, they've been kind of up and down. They had the touchdown drive that was really nice. But other than that, they've kind of had like up and down moments. 1st and 10, Garoppolo takes a snap. He's going to launch it to Deebo, and Deebo catches it as he backpedals, falls backwards, out of bounds. That's going to be a new set of downs. Past the 40-yard line, past the 35-yard line? They had Deebo line up in the backfield again, and he ran a wheel route, caught the ball, and he stumbled out of bounds around the 45-yard line. And it's going to set up a new set of downs. The gain of 32, flag on the play. They didn't blow the play dead, so it's probably going to be on Denver. Jeff Wilson, the running back's indicating it was on that they grabbed his face mask. Refs are talking about it. We'll see what the penalty is in a moment. Oh. So there's 2 flags, and it was both on San Francisco. There's an illegal shift and a holding penalty. The illegal shift was declined. The holding penalty was accepted. So that's going to be a 1st and 15. See the right guard. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was grabbing both ends of the nose tackle's shoulder pads and basically tackled him. It's going to be a 1st and 20 from the Niners offense. Garoppolo steps back, has a clean pocket. He throws a short to Kittle. Kittle makes a man miss, and he gets to around the 48-yard line. So gets a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. Actually, I think he might have gotten all that penalty yardage back. And it's going to be, they got all of it back plus 1. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Niners. Garoppolo in the gun once again. They got Jeff Wilson out on an orbit. Garoppolo, he's going to take a deep shot to Ayuk, and Garoppolo overshoots everybody on that. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Probably good because Ayuk was locked up by Surtain on that play. That probably wouldn't have been completed even if it was on the money. Surtain's had a really nice game so far. Going to be 3rd and 9, and the camera is shaking. Mile High is getting loud because the cameras are shaking. All the cameras are shaking. My goodness. 10 minutes ago in the first half, Debo in motion. 3rd and 9, he throws it short to Debo. Debo breaks a tackle, but he's going to get gang tackled after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. It's going to be 4th down at around midfield. And the Niners are going to send the punting unit out. And Debo, oh no. Debo's hurt. Oh, shoot. Debo, who caught that pass, got gang tackled, and he's still on the ground. That's, damn. Debo, as we all know, is such an integral part of this Niner offensive attack. You don't ever want to see this, but a player that key to a team, not just the offense, but to the team. And he wasn't moving that much either. They're in commercial break right now. We'll have to see in a little bit what happened. He broke a tackle. He was trying to fight for more yardage and got gang tackled by a bunch of Broncos, but something must have happened because he was just laying on the turf, not moving. Oh, that sucks. Everyone was talking about Jimmy Garoppolo in the offseason. Debo, that was a whole other thing as well, where he wanted to get paid. He wanted to get paid top dollar after the amazing season he had last year, and no one could blame him. He was phenomenal last year, and so far at the start of the season, he's kind of picked up right where he left off last year. He's that sort of Swiss Army knife for them, where he's a wide receiver who can also play a little running back for them. He can do so many things for them and is elite at everything that he does. So hopefully it's nothing serious. Because if they lose him, all of a sudden you're San Francisco. Now all of a sudden you're feeling a little more tense. Not just for this game, but for moving forward. And they're showing the blue medical tent. We're going to see here what happened. Oh, his neck got a little jammed on one of the gang tackles. Like, that was Bradley Chubb, yeah. Debo was hunched over trying to protect the ball, and Bradley Chubb came in and he hit the crown of his helmet. It looked like his neck got jammed a little bit. Oh, shit. But it is 4th and 4 for San Francisco. They're going to punt it away. And the punt is going to bounce at the – oh! They downed it, but was it a touchback? Did it hit the goal line? No, they're going to rule it as a down at the 1. Wow, what a punt. They're going to talk about this. Let's see, where did it bounce? I think it bounced on the goal line. I think it bounced on the goal line. I mean, it wasn't touched by any player who was in the end zone. It looked. Did the tip hit the goal line? Because if it did, that would be considered a touchback. I think that it hit the goal line. I think that's going to be a touchback. we're looking at this. I think it's going to be reviewed for sure. That would have to be it because it wasn't touched by a Niner that was touching the end zone. Because if they determine that that ball didn't touch, yeah, Denver's going to challenge it. That's a close one. That's a close one. I think it hit the goal line. I think based on the look of it, it looks like it hit the goal line. Because it for sure didn't hit a Niner who was in the end zone. If they determine that it didn't hit the goal line for whatever reason, then it would be at the 1 yard line because it didn't touch a Niner who was touching the end line. But I think it's going to be a touchback. I think Denver's going to get the ball at the 20 because it looks like the tip of the ball hit the goal line. I think that's going to be a touchback. I think they're going to come back and roll the touchback. I can't imagine this taking very long. We're just waiting for to get back from commercial break. Apparently, this review is taking a while because I thought for sure it wouldn't take that long. Yeah, I feel like even if you zoomed in on it, it would still, because I can't imagine them using there's not a lot of evidence enough evidence to overturn it. Not in this case. I can't imagine that being the case. They're really focusing on the player that jumped up and hit the ball out of bounds. He did not, unless the long snapper did. Oh, wow. Hold on. That from that angle, that looked like it didn't hit the end line. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Let's see. The ruling on the field is down at the 1. It stands. Denver's going to get the ball at the 1 yard line. Wow. I was looking at it and it was like for sure that hit the end line. But they zoomed in on it, and when they zoomed in on it, it looked like it just barely didn't hit. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Fred Warner's grooving, having the time of his life. Oh yeah, can you imagine? Fred Warner and Nick Bosa they're like sharks right now. This offense, performing the way it's been performing, backed up in their own end zone. 1st and 10, Wilson's going to hand it off to Javonte Williams, and he breaks a tackle. He breaks another tackle, stays on his feet. And he gets out to about the 8 yard line. So it's going to be about a 2nd and 3 coming up. 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2. So that gives them breathing room, which is really what they needed on that situation. 2nd and 3. Under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Javonte Williams, shocked he hasn't been more involved in this game. 2nd and 3. Wilson in the gun. Fakes to Williams. Hands nope. Throws it short to Cortland Sutton, who picks up a first down. Fresh set of downs for the Denver offense. All righty. As we approach the 8-minute mark of the second quarter, the Denver offense, Wilson is back under center. Receiver sent in motion. It's a handoff to Javonte Williams, and he's good at breaking tackles, doesn't break that one. Fred Warner tackled him by the legs. And that was about a 3-yard gain, I want to say. About 4-yard gain, maybe. Yep, 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 coming up. I formation. Andrew Beck, the fullback / tight end / whatever the hell he is, and in at fullback, and it's a pitch to Javonte Williams, and Williams follows some blockers, picks up about another 3-4 yards on that. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up for the Denver offense. Devo's walking around on the sideline with a towel over his head, but he's walking around, so that's good. We'll wait to see if he eventually comes back in the game for San Francisco. We will wait and see on that. Third and 3 for Denver. Alberto in motion. Trips on the left. Wilson takes a snap. He runs up and he throws it short, but he completes it to Sutton, who gets enough for the first down. About a 5-yard reception. It's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for Denver. Russell, he was under a bit of pressure. Nearly got sacked on that play, but just got it off to Sutton, who was right there at the sticks. 1st and 10. It's another handoff to Williams. Javonte Williams finds a hole. Javonte Williams lowers the shoulder, and he gets around the 45-yard line of Denver. A new, fresh set of downs. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see from the offense. I'm shocked that they weren't including Javonte Williams more in the game up to this point, but they have now, and he's showing why they should have been doing it since the start of the game. He is a wrecking ball. He is the definition of a tough runner. Seemingly breaks at least one tackle every time he touches the ball. Another I formation. Wilson, it's a draw play to Javonte Williams. Williams bounced off a couple tacklers. And he is down around the 50 on about a 9-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 1 coming up. Javonte Williams, he has been the workhorse of this offense. He's been the one consistent thing in this offense. Everything else has been up and down. Everything's been rocky. The one thing that has been a consistent force in this offense in the first couple games has been Javonte Williams, and he's not in the game now. Melvin Gordon is. And Wilson is under pressure. Wilson pitched it to Melvin Gordon. They haven't blown a whistle. I don't know. Was he over the line of scrimmage? It looked like Russell was going to run and pick up the first down himself. But he ends up pitching it at the last second to Gordon, who gets a lot on the run after the catch. We're going to have to look at this to see if he was over the line of scrimmage. I thought he was at first glance. Yeah, it was just an instinct thing. I think Wilson, he just did on an instinct. They didn't blow the whistle dead. But he got sandwiched between two Niners. And a Niner actually got hurt on that play. He's getting taken off the field. So 4:17 and counting to go in the first half. It's going to be 1st and 10. Another I formation for the Broncos. Snap to Wilson. And it's, oh my God, Melvin Gordon. Hufanga, the safety, came in on the safety blitz, and he had a free shot at Melvin Gordon and lit him up. Oh my goodness. The second Melvin Gordon got that football, he was getting blown up. Look at this. Oh my goodness. What a play. I'm telling you, man. As far as breakout candidates go, look at him, man. Look at 29 Hufanga for the Niners. He's been a beast so far at the start of the year. 2nd and 16. Wilson throws over the middle, and Sutton dropped it. Sutton had a wide open catch in the middle of the field that would have put them at the 20, and he just flat out dropped it. That was a perfectly thrown ball, and Sutton, it just hit his body. I don't know. You can't be dropping passes like that when you're supposed to be the number one receiver on the team, and you're dropping wide open easy passes like that. It's now going to be a 3rd and 16 instead of like a 3rd and 3. Wilson is in empty. Snap to Wilson, and they're going to send another blitz, and he gets hit again. He's going to get sacked again. And it's in the 40. He gets sacked around the 40. Did that knock him out of field goal range? It's 4th down, and oh my goodness, this offense. I have the TV on mute, but I can't imagine that the stadium is not booing the Broncos offense right now. They just sent a safety on a blitz, and pressure got home, and they got knocked out of field goal range. Broncos special teams, they were able to down it at the 2-yard line, but that's the least of anyone's care right now. What the hell? Like, what the actual hell? It's like you do so well, and then you have the opportunity to get into the red zone. Courtland Sutton drops an easy pass that hits him right in the hands. And then you get sacked that knocks you out of field goal range, so you can't even get any points on the drive. First attempt for the Niners at the 3. He picks Jeff Wilson on the carry, picks up about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6 coming up. And that's going to be the final play before the 2-minute warning. What the hell is going on with this offense? This makes 0 sense to me. This actually makes 0 sense to me. 2-minute warning. It's going to be a 2nd and 7 when they come back from it. Like, I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense how an offense that was this hyped coming into the year, that has Russell Wilson, a future Hall of Famer, at quarterback, and you can't even sniff the red zone? I was just talking earlier of like how this offense, they had so many concerns, so many questions heading into tonight because of the debacle at the end of the game in Week 1 against Seattle, because of the horrific management and just non-understanding of situational football last week against Houston. Everyone was talking about Is Russell Wilson the guy for this team? Is Nathaniel Hackett the head coach that this team needs to succeed? And everyone was saying no. Everyone was saying fire Hackett. Get rid of this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm like, guys, it's week 2. Relax. It's going to work itself out. But when you're now and it's in your 3rd game and you've shown 0 progress, 0 change from the beginning of week 1 to now, yes, I know it's only week 3. I get that. But oh my fucking God. Oh my God. It doesn't compute. It does not compute to me. How a team this loaded with talent, how an offense this loaded with talent can't even sniff the red zone. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't fully make sense. Broncos fans, I don't know how you're dealing with it right now. You're probably not. That's the thing. You're probably not. I feel bad for y'all. I do. Because you had hope. This is the first time in like 6 years that you had hope coming into the year. I'm like, oh, we finally have a quarter. That's the one thing this team has lacked over the past 6 years, ever since Painters retired, is that they don't have a quarterback. That's all they said. Like, we have the weapons, we have the pieces, we have the defense. We just need a quarterback. And you now have a quarterback, a future Hall of Fame one at that. And you're getting stymied. Debo's back in the game. He gets the carry and the handoff, so it's nice to see him back in the game. But, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. For the light, I don't know, man. We're not even at halftime yet. And I think it's confirmed. I think Nathaniel Hackett is the problem. I think he is a problem. Now, he's not going to get fired after this game if they end up losing. Or, like, at any point during the season. Because first-year head coaches, unless you're, like, Urban Meyer bad, and Urban Meyer was a whole other different situation. Urban Meyer, he had a whole bunch of different shit going on with him that resulted in him getting fired. But other than that, it's rare for a coach in their first year as a head coach to get fired mid-season. It rarely, if ever, happens. 3rd and 4 for the Niners. Jimmy G steps up, and he's going to run it himself. He gets the first down. There's a flag on the play, though. But, man, I don't know what you do if you're Denver. I get it. It's early in the year. But with all the expectations this team has had, and it's going to be a hold on San Francisco. It's going to back them up 5 yards. They're going to redo 3rd down. But all the hype that this team had heading into the season, especially on the offensive side of the ball, to be this much of a dud, I get it. It's a new coach, new quarterback, new system. I get all of that. But you're not supposed to be this bad. You're not supposed to be this bad. Now, I got that out of the way. I just needed to vent for that for a second. I hope it doesn't continue. It's 3rd and 9, and the pass is designed screen for Juwan Jennings. The pass is too high for a incomplete. So the Niners are going to punt on 4th and 9. It's Denver's defense, man. It's Denver's defense that's keeping them in this game so far. And the offense just isn't doing anything to help relieve the pressure. Now they're going to get the ball back. And San Francisco's punting within their own 10-yard line. And then their own 5-yard line, actually. So they're going to get field position. They got a minute 43 to work with, 1 timeout. The punt is away. Going to be fielded at around the 40. Turnman takes it to about midfield. So they take it to midfield. So they're going to start in Niner territory. If they don't walk out of this with I can't even say without a touchdown. If they don't walk out of this with some kind of points at this rate, then I might actually lose my mind. I might actually lose my mind. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line for Denver. Minute 32 until we get to halftime. 1st and 10. Wilson takes a snap and he checks it down to Javonte Williams. He gets out of bounds after a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 8 coming up. Man, oh man, oh man. This is, oh my goodness. 2nd and 8. Actually, no, yeah, 2nd and 8. The San Francisco 48-yard line. Wilson takes snap, drops back, gets a little pressure, throws it short. Javonte almost caught it, but he got hit and then jarred the ball loose. It's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up. I swear to God, I might actually flip a lid. I might actually flip out if Denver. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. 3rd and 8 for the Broncos. Williams to Russell's left. Trips. Oh my God, it's a false start. Jerry Jeudy jumped. Jerry Jeudy jumped. Look at this. They're showing a graphic. The Broncos had 12 penalties week 1 against Seattle, and they had 13 penalties against Houston. How many do they have tonight? 3rd and 13. They're not even in San Francisco territory anymore. Wilson takes a snap under pressure, steps up. He's going to run it himself. And, oh, my gosh, he picks up good positive yardage, but there's another flag. This is going to come back, isn't it? This is going to come back, isn't it? They're indicating it's a hold against Denver. It's a hold against Denver. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Garrett Bowles. Let's see this. Yeah. Yeah. Grabbed the shoulder pad and basically tackled him. Oh, my God. 3rd and 23 now. The line of scrimmage is at the Denver 36-yard line. They started this drive at midfield. Play clock down to 4. They get the snap off. Wilson checks it down to Alberto, and he gets it back to not even the original line of scrimmage. Oh, my fucking word. I'm not even a Broncos fan, and even I'm pissed off. And look at this. San Francisco calls their first time out because there's still 1:07 left. Even after all that, they only burned 30 seconds of play clock. What the hell is this team doing? What are they doing? Fourth and 11, and they're going to punt it away. You're not going to try a 70-yard field goal. Denver gets the punt away. McLeod calls for a fair catch at the 10-yard line. So San Francisco is going to have a minute left with 2 timeouts to play with. Oh, my God. Like, I can't even laugh at it. I can't even laugh at it. It's getting to the point where it's sad. It's actually getting to the point where it's It's hurting. It's physically hurting to watch this offense play. It's that bad. It's becoming a joke. That's what it is. It's becoming a literal fucking joke. They had a golden opportunity. They had their best starting field position of the game up to this point, and they went backwards. It went backwards. Like, the one thing I hate the most is, now look, I love watching and laughing at a team that plays bad football. Probably more than anyone. But the one thing I hate is when a team that is this loaded is this bad, because I know what the reason is. It's not because of the players. It's because of the coaching. That's the problem that pisses me off. That's why I'm so pissed off at the 2019 Cleveland Browns, because that was a talented-ass team that got squandered because Freddie Kitchens was a walking liability. That's what's happened. Nathaniel Hackett is giving me Freddie Kitchens vibes. In Game 3, we didn't get Freddie Kitchens vibes from Freddie Kitchens until like Week 8. We're getting these vibes in Week 3. So anyway, Niners are going to get the ball with a minute left at their own 10-yard line. They have 2 timeouts to play with. Jimmy G takes a snap, and he throws over the middle, and he throws it behind Ayuk, who can't bring it in. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh, my gosh. I had a feeling this was going to happen. I didn't want it to happen. Here was I, the optimist I am, thinking, oh, no, they're going to get it together. They're going to get their shit together. Don't worry, they're going to finally show what this offense was supposed to do, what we all dreamt of this offense being at the start of the year. They're going to get it together. No, they haven't. Granted, it's only the first half, but oh my Lord. 2nd and 10, play clock down to 1. They just get the snap off. Jimmy G is scrambling, gets a pressure thrown in his face, and he throws short to George Kittle. Only picks up about a couple on that. And what are they going to do? Play clock is game clock is 42 and counting, and the Niners call a timeout. 3rd and 7. Oh no, there's an injured Bronco on the field, and he's holding his knee. My gosh, that's Browning, the linebacker. Oh man, he's holding his knee. He's writhing in pain on the ground. Something leg related. Oh man. All right. So it's 3rd and 7. They're still working on him, but it's 3rd and 7 for the San Francisco 49ers offensively. They still have 2 timeouts and 42 seconds left. So what do? Do you try continue to take a shot, or what do you do? I mean, I say you try and take a shot, because why not? I mean, it's proven that your defense can do whatever they want to Denver's offense. They're showing the play where you can't really see it on the replay. Can't even really see it, what happened. fully in the replay. Yeah. Plays resuming. It's 3rd and 7. Wilson is on an orbit motion to hand off to Debo, and Debo goes absolutely nowhere. That's seeing him earlier in the game, and they're still using him at running back is very concerning. 30 seconds left, and I think they're just going to let him wind out. They might not even punt the ball or have enough time to punt the ball away. And yeah, their teams are just heading to the locker room. And that is the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Lord. I would say Denver has some adjusting to do, but they haven't done any adjusting after the first 2 weeks of the season. So what the hell makes you think they're going to adjust in one half? Oh, my goodness. Well, while they're in halftime, I'm going to take a little break. I will be back when the second half kicks off. So stick around. I will be back at about 15, 20 minutes or so for the start of the second half. And we're back. Hello there. I had the opportunity to calm myself down a little bit uh, after the whole debacle at the end of the first half there. The horror that I was subjected to at the hands of the offense of the Denver Broncos. But I'm all chilled out. We're all relaxed. We're all calm now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, I won't have to act that way again. Hopefully, they actually took that halftime period to actually make adjustments, to actually figure out a way to actually move the football. But we shall wait and see. If I'm not mistaken, oh my goodness, they just showed a graphic. They just showed a graphic. Broncos, the first 10 drive through the 10 quarters of the season, scored a total of 2 touchdowns. Oh no. But they will get the ball first, so we will have the question answered for the most part of if this team made any adjustments, and it's going to be a touchback. So Denver will get the ball to start the third quarter. Oh my goodness. I forgot to update the graphic to the third quarter. I will do that in a moment as the alrighty. First and 10 for the Broncos offense. First play of the second half is Wilson under center. It's a handoff to Javonte Williams, and he picks up about a solid 4-yard gain on that. And there we are. Hold on one moment. It is going to be a 2nd and 6 coming up for the Broncos offense. So, 2nd and 6. And oh my God, Nick Bosa is a monster, but there's a flag on the play. Don't tell me that's roughing. What the hell is that? Hold on. There's a flag on the play. It was thrown in the backfield, so it's involving something. There we go, third quarter. It's involving something with Bosa. The refs are talking about it. They're talking a pretty long time about it. Are they saying that they think he tripped them? All right, so there's no penalty in the play. They were thinking it was an intentional trip. It wasn't. They picked it up. So it's going to be third down for the Broncos. 3rd and long. Yeah, Bosa was going for the tackle on Williams, and Wilson just tripped on Bosa's foot. It's now 3rd and 14. This is not a good start, Denver. It's not a good start at all. 3rd and 14. Wilson takes a drop back. He's under pressure. He throws it short, and oh my gosh, incomplete. And there's going to be a bit of pushing and shoving going on. And would you look at that first drive of the Broncos offense? Man, I really wish I didn't have this muted because I'm nervous about copyright. Because I am so fascinated to hear what the boos from this crowd must sound like. Wilson stepped up. He tried to throw it short to Javonte Williams. It wouldn't have gotten a first down. It was 3rd and 14. It's 4th and 14 now, and the Broncos will, say it with me now, punt the football. And it's a booming punt. Raymond McLeod catches it at the 25. He gets a little bit of seam. He breaks a tackle. He finds a little bit of a hole, and he gets tackled inside Denver territory. So the 49ers will get their first drive of the second half started around the 45-yard line of Denver. And oh my goodness, this is, if this continues for the remainder of this game, like Denver's defense is really going to have to hold true and not allow San Fran to get into the end zone. Mainly because, and I can't believe I'm saying this because of all the hype this offense got. Oh, my apologies. They didn't get into San Francisco or Niner territory. It's actually at the 43-yard line of San Francisco, and they hand the ball up to Jeff Wilson, goes nowhere, but there's a flag on the play. We will see what the flag is, and it looks like it's on Denver. No, wait. Illegal contact on Denver. Automatic first down. Yep, Draymond Jones on Mike McGlinchey was up in his face on that. It's going to be an automatic first. So now they are, if I'm not mistaken, are they in? Nope. They're at the 48-yard line of San Francisco. Juwan Jennings is in motion. Garoppolo has all day to throw it. Throws it short, but there's another flag on the play. We'll see what this is. Pass is intended for, Jeff Wilson, just out of his reach, though. We'll see what the flag is, and it looks like it's against San Francisco. Illegal shift. And they're saying it's on Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings wasn't properly set when the ball was snapped, so that's going to be a penalty. It's going to back them up 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 15 now for the Niners offense. And I was talking earlier about how Denver's defense needs to really keep them out of the end zone now. Because, and like I said, I can't believe I'm saying this with all the hype this offense got. I don't think they can get into a shootout. I really don't. Pitch to the running back, and he picks up a good chunky yardage. Takes him to the 15-yard line. To the 50-yard line, excuse me. But yeah, I genuinely don't know if Denver's offense can get into a situation where they can be down double-digit points and get back in the football game. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I don't think they are capable of doing that right now. Nothing tonight has shown me that they can do that. Nothing. 2nd and 8. Oh, my God, it was a fumbled snap by Garoppolo. We'll see who jumped on it. If Denver jumped on this ball, that's going to be a huge momentum. And it's Denver football. Oh, my goodness. Garoppolo fumbled the snap. It was 2nd and 8. He fumbled the snap. And who fell on it? It was a bad center quarterback exchange. Garoppolo tried to fall on it, and the ball just got away from him. And who jumped on it for Denver? It looked like it was Josie Jewell. Yeah, it was Josie Jewell, the linebacker, jumped on it. That's a huge break for Denver. That's a break and a half for Denver. But now, and this is the key, Denver has just get some points out of this drive. That's all I ask. Just get some points out of this drive because this is getting annoying. This is actually getting annoying. It's going to be 1st and 10. And again, this time they are in San Francisco territory. I believe so. We'll see. We will see in a minute. Single back formation. They are right at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. Wilson under center. Javonte Williams in the backfield. Play action to Williams. Wilson steps up in the pocket, and he's going to get taken down. He's going to be sacked for the 4th time tonight. Givens got to him, and now they're back in their own territory. And, I've been ripping on the Broncos offense for being anemic all night. But hats off to D'Amico Ryans' defense. This defense has been lethal all season up to this point, and they have been every bit of dominant tonight. They have not let this offense even have a breath of air at all. 2nd and 16. Wilson with a check down to Williams, and he just, oh my gosh, what a great tackle. It's going to be another loss on the play. It's about like a 2-3 yard loss. And once again, they're set up, great field position, and they're going backwards. I get it. This defense is legit, but this offense should not be this bad against it. Like, I get it. This defense has been incredible, but this offense should not be this bad against it. So it was a 2 yard loss. It's a 3rd and 18. 4 receivers wide. Wilson throws quick slant to Sutton, and he just gets back to the 49 or 40 yard line. And Denver, once again, for the second time in the second half, is going to go 3 and out. I'm like dead serious when I say this. I genuinely don't know if Nathaniel Hackett's going to leave Mile High Stadium alive. Like this, like if I'm Nathaniel Hackett, I would make sure Broncos security protects me for the rest of the year, for the rest of the calendar year. And oh, what a great special teams play by Denver. They get that ball right, and they pin them at the inch line. San Francisco is going to get the ball at literally the inch line. It's been special teams and the defense that have really kept Denver in this game. Like, this should not still be a one-score game. It really shouldn't. But their special teams and their defense have really kept them in it. Offensively, Denver is just... Like, I'm joking when I say I don't know if Nathaniel Hackett's going to leave this building alive, but I'm also, like, being half serious. Because this fan base, I feel like, is going to be on the verge of rioting in a second. I've never seen anything like this. Like, I'm a Patriots fan, and everyone was talking before the year about how bad the Patriots offense was supposed to look. And even though, like, that hope is kind of slowly dashing with the injury to Mac Jones earlier today. But even then, like, we saw game to game, the offense for New England is slowly improved over time. With Denver, there's no, like, development. There's no correction anything. There's no rearrangements. There's no fucking whatever the fuck. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's so mind-boggling that I can't even think straight. It doesn't make sense. For the life of me, it doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh. I'm just waiting for them to get out of commercial break at this point. I can only rant for so long. Like, I feel like I've already said everything I need to say about this team. And yet I feel like they're going to make... Like, I've talked about going into this game how they struggled so badly in the red zone. Today, they haven't even sniffed the red zone. They haven't even gotten close to getting into the red zone. They've gotten into San Francisco, like, deep into San Francisco territory, like, once in this game tonight. One time. Finally back from commercial break. There's Miss Wilson, Sierra. Probably wants to crawl up in a... She's on the verge. She's deep in her seat. Probably wants to crawl in a ball and die. I don't blame you. After watching this offense, I don't blame you. Oh, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 2 for San Francisco. And it's a handoff, and they actually going to lose a yard in there. Handoff to Jeff Wilson. He actually lost a yard on that play, so it's going to be 2nd and 11. Now, if you're Denver's defense, At what point do you say, at what point is the Thanos moment where you say, fine, I'll do it myself? At what point? At what point is that moment? At what point? Garoppolo is under center. It's actually a play action. Boo! He steps out of the back of the end zone. But it's a pick by Chubb, and there's the Thanos moment. But they're waving it off because he already stepped out of the back of the end zone. Oh my God, Jimmy Garoppolo just had a Dan Orlovsky moment. It's a safety. It's gonna be. Oh my goodness. Jimmy Garoppolo just had a Dan Orlovsky moment. They're talking right now. They're going to determine what this is. It looks like he was in the back of the end zone before he threw the ball away. And it looks like there's a Niner on the play. Let's see. Yeah, he stepped out of the end zone. That's a safety. Oh my God, I'm partially excited. I just witnessed a Dan Orlovsky moment. Oh my God, Jimmy Garoppolo just pulled a Dan Orlovsky. He stepped out of the back of the end zone without even realizing it. And you know what? Thank goodness, because he just threw that up and Bradley Chubb picked it and walked in to the end zone. So if you're San Francisco, you're actually happy you got the safety on that, because it could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. And just like that, it is now 7-5. That is a hell of a baseball score. Oh my goodness. I was literally just talking though, like, at what point? I mean, was it really? I mean, what was San Francisco doing running a bootleg when you're at your own 1 yard line? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. When you know at this point the defense is good, have that Thanos moment that I was talking about of like, fine, I'll do it myself. Of, you know what? If our offense can't score, we'll score for them. And guess what? They did. Either way, like, they were either going to have the safety or they were going to have the pick six on that play. Either way, they were going to score on that play defensively. So, just like that, Denver gets the safety, and they're going to get the football. San Francisco's going to punt it away. And Denver, is going to be set up with hopefully good enough field position to hopefully do something with it. Literally, at this point, all you need is a field goal, because a field goal gives you the lead by 1 point. It would put you up 8-7. If they can't even do that, all hope and optimism is dead. That's just me. That's just me. This team doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. And oh my goodness, Trent Williams is injured. Trent Williams, they brought out the cart for him, but he ended up walking off on his own power. Oh my gosh, that's a blow and a half for San Fran. And the punt is away, and they're actually going to get the punt at their own 15, and they're going to get a return, and they're going to be around close to their own 30-yard line. So Denver's going to get the ball. Oh, there's a flag on the play. It looks like it came after the play. They're getting into a bit of a fight. A little bit of a scuffle. We're going to see what this penalty is real quick. All right. It's a penalty on Denver. It was a holding penalty on Denver. So they're going to okay, they're going to get the ball. 8 possessions for the Broncos offense. 6 of them were 3 and outs. 6 of them. Wilson under center, hands off to Melvin Gordon. Picks up about 5 on that. Second and 6 for the Broncos offense now. 9.5 to go in the third. And it's a short pass to Gordon, and he gets about 3-yard gain. So it might be about like a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 coming up. Now we get to the dreaded third down. The dreaded third down situation. That scares us offense so much. 3rd and 3. So it's a 3rd and manageable situation. If they don't convert this here, I feel like the building's going to collapse. 3rd and 3. Wilson isn't empty. We got 5 receivers wide. Wilson making audibles at the line. Wilson drops back. It's a little pressure. Throws, and he completes it to Cortland Sutton at the 35-yard line. They're going to get the first down. Thank God for that. Thank God. It feels like it's been ages since this team picked up a first down. It feels like it's been ages since this team got a first down. And it was just a little hitch route. But that gives the Broncos a new set of downs. Wilson takes a snap, checks it down to Gordon. And he's just going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Oh, man. So we're nearly at the halfway point of the third quarter. Denver has an opportunity to take the lead with a score here. Any score gives them the lead here. And Melvin Gordon is still in the ball game. Oh, Bosa jumped. They're going to get a free play here, and Wilson's going to let it fly knowing that, and it's out of reach. It was intended for KJ Hamler, but the pass sailed over everybody. But it's good. Doesn't matter because Nick Bosa jumped off sides. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. There's still going to be 2nd down. But now it's going to be a 2nd and 5 coming up. Sugar. So it's a 2nd and 4 for the Broncos. And it's a handoff to Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon lowers his shoulder a little bit. He fights his way for a first down as they inch closer to midfield. Nice little run by Gordon. Gets him out past the 45-yard line. But now all of a sudden they're starting to make a little bit of a drive. They're starting to get a little bit of a rhythm. Hand off to Gordon again. He's been the main back this drive. The helmet comes off, but he fights his way. Gordon does. For about a 5-yard gain, I would say. 2nd down coming up, and Javonte Williams is coming back into the game. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 4. It was a 6-yard gain from Gordon. Second and 4. Handoff to Williams, and he goes nowhere. He got maybe a yard on that. He got absolutely nowhere on that. Third and 3 coming up. It's going to be 3rd and 3. And the Broncos are now finally in San Francisco territory at the San Francisco 46-yard line. 3rd and 3. Snap to Wilson. Wilson drops back. They're sending a blitz. He's going to let the ball fly to absolutely no one, but there's a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be against San Francisco. And it's going to be defensive holding in the secondary. Defensive holding. And that's going to – it's a spot. Is it a spot foul? I think it might have been a spot foul. Yeah, he was holding Jerry Jeudy's jersey a little bit. No, it's just an automatic first down. And it's a handoff on first down to Javonte Williams, and he gets about 4 or 5 yards on that carry. Sets him up for a 2nd and medium as we are coming up on the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Second and 4. They're, what is it? Their 3rd, 2nd and 4 of the game up to this drive, I should say. Williams in the game. Handoff to Javonte Williams, and no, he just that's a great wrap up. Great tackle at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be no gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up. Another 3rd down for Denver. They are not in field goal range yet, I don't believe. They are around the 40-yard line of San Francisco, so I don't think they're in field goal range yet. Here we are, 3rd and 4, Wilson in shotgun once again. Play clock down to 3. Snap, Wilson rolls to his right, he throws, and it's behind Jeudy. He threw the ball, it was behind Jerry Jeudy, and it's 4th down. And Denver's offense is coming off the field. Is it the punt unit that's coming on? Is it the field goal unit coming on? We will see in just a second. Yeah, the ball just was behind Jerry Jeudy on that. He was wide open too. And they're sending the field goal unit on. How long of a field goal is this going to be? This will give him the lead. It's 53 yards. This will give him the lead. And he shanked it. He shanked it. Brandon McManus shanked it from 53 yards out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Broncos fans, just so you know, I feel for you. That pain that you're feeling right now, I guarantee you, I know what that pain feels like. He made one from earlier, 53 yards out. This one was from 53. He made an earlier one from 55. This one was from 53, and he shanked it. It didn't even hit the net. That's how bad he shanked that. I gotta fix my. Hold on one second. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. It doesn't make sense. For the life of me, it really doesn't. Like, oh my goodness gracious. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do anymore with this team. It's like I feel like I've gone through the 5 stages of grief with this team. I legit feel like I've gone through the 5 stages of grief. I can't confirm that entirely just yet. I will have to go back at the footage and watch this to confirm said claim. I'm telling you right now, I feel like it. I haven't reached acceptance yet. At least I don't think so. Right now, I'm just sad. How do you do that? How do you make a person that's not even a fan of your own team sad to watch you? How do you do that? How the hell do you do that? 1st and 10 for San Francisco after the McManus missed field goal. The handoff to Jeff Wilson, and he finds a hole. He breaks through. He gets the 1st down and more, and he gets knocked out of bounds at around the Denver 40-yard line, and just like that, they're in Denver territory. Oh my God! I legit feel like if they score a touchdown, I feel like game's over. That's how I feel right now. This is turning into the longest viewing experience of my life because this offense is just beating my will to live out of me. 1st and 10, maybe a yard on that, but probably nothing on the carry to Jeff Wilson. Gonna bring up 2nd and 10, maybe 2nd and 9, as we approach 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, regardless, look. Regardless of the outcome of this ball game, as Jimmy Garoppolo, thought he was gonna break the Randy Gregory sack, but he didn't. He gets sacked back at the 50, and Denver is gonna put the Niners offense in a 3rd and long situation. But as I was saying, win or lose, Denver needs to seriously look themselves in the mirror. They need to seriously look at themselves and think, okay, what is wrong with us? Even if they pull out a win in this game, they still have to look at themselves and be like, what is wrong with us? 3rd and 10, actually 3rd and 18, excuse me. Garoppolo and empty. Garoppolo steps back. He's going to throw one deep, and he skips it. It was intended for Ayuk. 4th and 18. San Francisco is going to bring the punt unit on. You know, some people are probably going to watch this and be like, hey, why are you not upset with the Niners offense the way you are with Denver's offense? Simple, because Denver's offense was supposed to be good. Actually, forget that. They weren't supposed to be just good. They were supposed to be excellent. They were supposed to be great. They were supposed to be one of the powerhouses, the ascending powerhouses of the AFC. And they're going backwards. Offensively, they look worse than they did last year. as the punt goes out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. That's where Denver will get the football. Denver will get the football inside the 5-yard line on a 1st and 10 with 1:38 to go in the third quarter. I don't even know anymore. Like, what else is there to, like, say? Like, what else is there to say? What else is there? What else is there to say? All right, so 1st and 10 for the Broncos offense. It's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line. And it's going to be a play action fake. Wilson's going to throw it short, bat it up in the air, and oh my God, they are so lucky. They are so lucky. There were 3 Niners in the area. The pass was intended for, I think, those Javonte Williams. And the ball got batted into the air. No, it was intended for Melvin Gordon. And it hit Gordon in the hands, and it bounced in the air. And there were 3 Niners waiting there, and none of them were able to get to it. 2nd and 10 for the Broncos. And it is a handoff to Gordon, and he goes absolutely nowhere. He might have, and he fumbles the football, but Wilson is there. Oh my Lord! Oh my gosh! I nearly lost it. Melvin Gordon got stopped at the line, then fumbled the football, but Russell Wilson was there to fall on top of it. And we'll see. Yeah, that was a fumble. It got punched out, and Russell Wilson jumps on it to save the Niners getting the football inside the 5-yard line. Oh my Lord in heaven. We are now under a minute in the third quarter. Yay. 3rd and 13. How many times have we been in these 3rd and long situations with this offense tonight? Wilson gets it, and it goes straight through the hands of Boone. It goes straight through the hands of the running back. And look at that. Another 3 and out for the Broncos offense. Those 2 Broncos fans are pissed off, and I don't blame them. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off watching this team. I've seen this punter so many times. I'm getting sick and tired. I'm actually pissed off at the punter. He did nothing wrong. He's doing his job. But I'm pissed off at seeing him. Punt is away, and Raymond McLeod gets it at the 50, and he gets a little bit of an angle towards the sideline, and he gets knocked out of bounds at around the, I want to say, 45 or 40-yard line. With 29 seconds to go in the third quarter. My goodness gracious. My goodness. Just when you thought this offense couldn't look any worse after it did the first 2 weeks, at least that offense could get in the end zone. At least they were able to get into the end zone a couple times. They can't even do that tonight. Jeff Wilson is in motion, and they do a pitch to Debo. Debo gets spun around a couple times, and he gets tackled actually slightly behind the line of scrimmage. It might just be a no-yard gain. It'll probably be 2nd and 10 coming up. And that will be the final play of a brutal third quarter. An absolutely brutal third quarter. And I will change the graphic real quick. And at this rate, it might be the last time I change the graphic for tonight. At this rate, and there we are. Un momento. Un momento. There we are. There we are. As we now enter the fourth quarter. And like I said, this is probably going to be the last time I change the graphics tonight at this rate because neither offense wants to do really much of anything. Both defenses have been stellar. Let's just make that clear. Both defenses, especially San Francisco's, has done a absolutely hell of a job tonight. D'Amico Ryans, at this point, I wouldn't be shocked if he's getting head coaching consideration at this rate with the work he's done with this defense, both from last year and this year. At this point, D'Amico Ryans has done a phenomenal job as the defensive coordinator of this unit. This is a shit-wrecking unit. And they were able to – I'm talking like this as if the game is over. There's still a whole last quarter left. But he has so far been able to take this Broncos offense and he has figuratively took them over the knee and spanked the shit out of them. Like, that's what he has done. He has taken his Broncos offense, put them over his knee, and spanked the shit out of them. Oh, my goodness. Well, I hope y'all are at least having fun watching this. I can't necessarily say I'm having fun because I feel more upset and feel like I'm having fun. Like I said, I love watching bad football, but I don't like watching bad football when it's a talented team and I know that the only reason they're bad is because the coaching is so bad. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that for me. But I hate it when a team has potential and they just choose not to reach that potential. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. 2nd and 10 for San Francisco. Debo was in the backfield, but he motions out wide. Garoppolo's all by himself and empty. Garoppolo is going to throw it deep to a wide open Jawan Jennings. Gets hit hard, but he holds on to it. And that's going to be a first down for San Francisco. Broncos sidelines trying to say they juggled it. But no, the refs are saying that's a clean catch. He held on to it. Look at this. He faked the screen to Debo and then went deep to a wide open Jawan Jennings. And Garoppolo took a shot on that from Josie Jewell. And, oh no, they're ruling it was incomplete. Never mind. They're ruling it was incomplete. It's 3rd and 10. Garoppolo takes the snap, drops back, and he throws down, checks down to Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson makes a man miss, gets tackled, and it's going to be 4th down. It's going to be about a 4th and 2. And we will see what San Francisco does. It will probably end up bringing the punt unit on. We shall see. And yes, they will. They'll bring the punt unit out. They are bringing the punt unit out. Actually, no, they're bringing the field goal team out. They're going to try and field goal with Robbie Gould. This could be his first field goal attempt of the night. It's going to be a 51-yard attempt. Snap ball down, kick is up, and it is good. It is a 5-point game. That feels weird to say. It's now 10-5. San Francisco is up in the final quarter of play. And that's not it. Open. And there we go. 10-5. With just a little over 14 minutes to go in regulation. Gould out to for the kickoff, I should say. And it's up, and it will not be returned. And Denver will get the ball at the 25-yard line. Like it's actually like it's this offense has a lot of issues. This team, not the team, the offense for Denver has a ton of issues they need to work out. And I'm sorry, hold on one second as we get the first down play. Javonte Williams is in the game, and it's a handoff to Williams, and Williams picks up about 2 on that carry. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 coming up as we approach the 14-minute mark of this fourth quarter. But yeah, I feel like this team's problems really does start and end with Nathaniel Hackett. I feel like after 3 weeks, I can confidently say that he is the problem. And it's 2nd and 7. There's Wilson drops back. There's a relatively clean pocket. He's going to launch one deep. And it is, oh my goodness, he had Jerry Jeudy. But the pass was swatted away. That was the play. That was the play. Moody Ward made a play on that. If he didn't, Jerry Jeudy would have caught that. That would have been 6. That was the big play Denver was looking for. Oh my goodness, that was the big play. Ward just barely gets his hand on it at the end. If he did it, Jeudy was catching that football, and that was 6. Oh, that was the play. That was the play. But it's a 3rd and 7 instead. 3rd and 7. Wilson takes the snap. They send a blitz. Wilson steps up, and he's going to take it himself. Wilson going to try, lower his shoulder, reaches the ball out with his hand, and what will they mark it? Will he be just short? He reached his hand out to try and get the first down. We're going to see where they mark it. 13 minutes and counting, and it's 4th down. I mean, it's 4th and inches. I know you're in your own territory, but you got to go for it at this point. You got to give this fan base something to cheer for. And, oh, he reached out. He might have gotten it with that little, last effort at the end. I think he got that with the extension at the end. I wouldn't be shocked if they challenge this. Yep, Nathaniel Hackett's challenging it. They're challenging the spot. I think it's a good challenge. Yep, they are going to challenge it. They're going to challenge it. And they might, if we can get a shot down the line, I think they might win this, unless we get a shot down the line that says otherwise. So hold on. We might actually have some semblance of a ball game after all. After all this, we might actually get some semblance of a football game. But we are currently in commercial break, so we're just waiting for them to get out so we can get the ruling on that. Based on the looks of the angles they gave us, it looks like he just got enough based on that last extension. I think he got the first down on it. All righty. My apologies for a slight dead air. We're just waiting for them to get out of commercial break to get the ruling on this. A ruling that I think will be overturned, personally. unless we get a shot down the line of the pylon cam that tells us otherwise. We shall wait and see. Alrighty, we're now back from commercial break. We will see. That angle looks like he got it. Here's the pylon shot. Oh, he was just short. It looked like he had. Like I said, unless we got a can't. They're punting? I guess they trust their defense that much, and they are in their own territory. But Jesus Christ. Punt the ball away. There's still people in this stadium. I don't know how. God bless them. Fair catch called for. And the Niners, I will have to check again where they will start their drive. We're under 12 and a half minutes to go in the game. I don't know anymore, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't for the life of me make sense. Oh, goodness gracious. 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line. Play action. Garoppolo throws and oh my gosh! Kyle Juszczyk, what a catch on the sideline! Oh my goodness. Kyle Juszczyk, you don't see fullbacks with them kind of feet, bro. Oh my gosh, it was just a wheel route on Bradley Chubb. And oh my goodness, with the little toe drag swag. Oh my goodness, what a catch. You don't see fullbacks with feet like that, bro. Ever. Handoff goes to Wilson. Picks up a couple on that play. Bring up 2nd and 8, I believe, coming up. What a catch by Juszczyk on the sideline. What a catch. Yep, they'll bring up 2nd and 8. Alrighty. 2nd and 8. We are now at 11 minutes and 17 seconds and counting. Play clock down to 5. And they just barely get the snap off. Garoppolo throws it to Kittle. Hasn't had much of an impact tonight, but he gets about a 4-yard reception on that. We'll bring up about a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3 coming up. And Broncos defense obviously needs to make a huge stand here. Honestly, they're probably thinking we need to get a turnover here or something, because at this point they don't trust their offense to do anything. 3rd and 3. Here we go. Snap to Garoppolo. Garoppolo gets a little pressure. He throws over the middle. It was intended for Debo, but it's knocked away incomplete. 4th down. And San Francisco looks like they will send their punt unit on. It's been a punting battle all night. All night. Then they've just been trading punts back and forth. It was behind Debo. And lucky, actually, they didn't get intercepted. And the punt is away. And they're just letting it go, and it will bounce into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It'll be brought out to the 20, and that's where Denver will start the ball with the football at 10 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the game, down 5. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Ugliness. If there's one thing to describe how this game has gone, it has been nothing but pure ugliness. Both offenses not really doing much of anything. Both defenses have been, for the most part, able to do whatever they wanted, especially San Francisco's defense. Yeah, this is one of those games where it's like there's not really a whole lot to say. Yeah, let me just check Twitter here from. Pardon me. Oh, all righty. My apologies that there isn't a whole lot to talk about. That I'm quiet, but it's for that reason. There's just not. I feel like everything that's been talked about in this game up to this point has been talked about. Both offenses not doing much, can't really do much, and yeah. So, what the talking points for this game was at halftime are the same talking points now. All right, we're finally back. Finally back from a commercial break. And here we go. 1st and 10 for Denver at their own 20-yard line. Stadium is still relatively full. I don't know how. I have no idea how. The Broncos have 8 3-and-outs in this game. How the hell do you let that happen? How the hell do you let something like that happen? It's a handoff to Javonte Williams, and he goes nowhere. He gets stuck at the line. Give me 2nd and 10 coming up. I feel like I've said that phrase a lot tonight. I feel like I've said that phrase a lot tonight. All right. Oh, my apologies. It's actually a gain of 1, so it's going to be a 2nd and 9 coming up. Wilson under center. Williams is the back. Wilson drops back, throws it to Sutton, short of the sticks, but he's tackled by Ward on about an 8-yard gain, so it's going to be a 3rd and 1 coming up. 3rd and 1, because we are now under 10 minutes to go. Ooh. All righty, 3rd and 1. 9. Ooh. My apologies. 9 minutes to go in the game. 3rd and 1. Wilson and gun. Hand off to Gordon. Gordon powers his way through a 1st down and gets a few more. It's going to be a 1st down. It kept it from going 9 3-and-outs in this ball game, at least for right now. They're showing all the miscues, all the missed throws, missed drops, missed passes. This has been a rough night for sure. Wilson, and he nearly gets sacked by Bosa, escapes it, and just ends up throwing it out of bounds. No one was open. It's going to be 2nd and out coming up. Bosa nearly got home. He nearly got home for a second. He nearly got there, but Wilson was able to stay on his feet. 2nd and 10 now for the Broncos offense. Wilson drops back and he throws it, and it's too high. Way too high. It was intended for the tight end, and he just overshot everybody. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now. 3rd and 10 for the Broncos offense. And it was fascinating that NBC showed that package, because I was talking about how it's not all just been the defense. It's not all just been San Francisco's defense. There's been a lot of miscues, a lot of errors from Denver's perspective. Errors that are just stupid errors that you shouldn't be having at this point. 3rd and 10, Wilson takes a snap. He steps back. He's running around. Had a clean pocket for a second, but throws it down the field, and he got it. He got it complete to Kendall Hinton at the 40-yard line of San Francisco. Finally, where has the big play been for Denver all night? They finally got one, though. And it came from Russell Wilson doing what Russell Wilson does, extending the play, throws it down the field to Kendall Hinton. And now, just like that, they're now finally back in San Francisco territory. 1st and 10. Wilson throws it, checks it down to Gordon, who picks up about 4 after getting knocked out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and 6 coming up. But that was the big play. Maybe, just maybe, that's the big play that Denver needed to get a spark lit under their ass. Just maybe. We'll see, though. 2nd and 6 coming up. Wilson with Gordon to his right. Snap to Wilson. Steps back. Checks it down again to Gordon. And this time, oh my God. He caught the ball, fumbled it, but was able to get it back. But he got hit hard at the line of scrimmage. He coughed the ball up. That could have been so bad. That could have been so bad. And yeah, that was a catch and fumble. What a hit by the corner who came up. But Gordon was able to fall back on top of it. 3rd and 6. It's not going to be 3rd and 6 for Denver. They got to get something out of this. Wilson back in shotgun. Snap to Wilson. And he is under pressure, but he steps up and he's going to run for it himself. And he gets that in a little more. Down to the 25-yard line. This is the closest they've got to the red zone all day. They are at the 20. They are going to get first down at the 25-yard line of San Francisco. This is the closest they've got to the red zone all night. And it comes with a little under halfway through the 4th quarter. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Wilson back in shotgun. Takes the snap. Wilson going to throw it back shoulder to Sutton and catches it. He catches it and he's tackled at the 5-yard line. Don't do that, dude. Don't celebrate like that. Don't do that. Not right now. Not after this night. Get in the end zone first. Now, here we go. At the start of this night, this was the issues that I've always said was plaguing this team at this point in the game, or up to coming into this game. How they were 0 of 6 when they've entered the red zone. They have not been able to punch the ball in the red zone at any point up to this point in the season. They could do it now. It's 1st and goal at the 5. Can they exercise those demons? It's a handoff to Gordon. Gordon! No, he's down at the 1. Looked like he was about to power his way through for a second, but he's tackled at the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal. I guarantee you, every Broncos fan is holding their breath right now. They're showing the graphic now. 6 drives into the red zone over 2 weeks. 0 touchdowns and 2 turnovers. They've had more turnovers when they've gotten in the red zone than touchdowns. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. 4 minutes and 17 seconds and counting. I formation. And it's a handoff to Gordon, and Gordon punches it in! Touchdown, Denver Broncos. Their first red zone touchdown of the year. And what a time to do it. It's now 10-11. And is the offense going to stay out there to make it a field goal game? We shall see. I think they'll keep the offense out there. We shall see for a second. And yes, the offense is staying out there for the 2-point conversion. This is big. This is big. Two-point conversion. Wilson and empty. Snap to Wilson. Looks, throws it short, and it's batted at the line. It's batted at the line. 2-point tries no good at the 1-point game. It is a 1-point game. But the Broncos offense, after not scoring a single red zone touchdown in the first 2 weeks, with under 5 minutes to go in the ball game, finally punch one in themselves. Finally. And with that, the score is now Denver Broncos taking the lead for the first time tonight, 11-10. Is that a score? Hold on. If this holds, would that be a scoregami? Hold on. Let me look this up real quick. Oh, my God. I would be so excited if that's the case. Hold on. We will see. Has that score ever happened before? Oh, come on, Internet. Come on, Internet. I know you can do it. Come on. Let me see it. Oh, the Internet here is going to drive me nuts. Hold on. Hold on. Un momento. 1 minute. Ah. So a 10-11 score. Why is this taking so long? My God, the Internet here is terrible. Now we'll figure it out later. Hold on. Oh, wait, never mind. Wait, hold on. It's just in time, too. We'll find out. Hold on. Ah, damn. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a scoregami. Damn it. I got so excited for a second. I got so excited. Damn. Then on the 13 before. Yeah. Damn. All right, 1st and 10. Pass to Jeff Wilson. Gets about 5-6 yards on that. So, man, that's so disappointing. I was really thinking that we were going to get a scoregami just now. I got so excited. We'll check up later if that's the case, if this score stands. We shall see. 2nd and 3 now. Garoppolo, pass too high for Debo, and the pass falls incomplete. They had the screen set up for Debo. And the pass was just too high. 2nd and 3, 3.5 minutes left to go in the game. And I think Bradley Chubb just barely got a fingertip on it. No, the ball just came out of his hand bad. That ball was wobbly coming out. And the camera is shaking like a mug. 3rd and 3, Kittle in motion. And now Wilson goes in motion. Garoppolo, an empty all by himself. Play clock down to 2. They get the ball off. Garoppolo throws it. And what a throw and catch to Jawan Jennings for the first down. Niners not dead yet. Going to be new 1st and 10 for the 49ers offense. What a throw. Honestly, what a throw by Jimmy. 1st and 10. We are now under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Any score takes the lead. Debo goes in motion. Snap to Garoppolo. Garoppolo throws it short, and he's got, that's Ray McCloud for the first down. Getting close to midfield. New fresh set of downs for San Francisco. Clock is ticking. 2 minutes and 34 seconds and counting. We're approaching the 2-minute warning. Now, San Francisco, they have all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. If they want, they could just control this clock and kick the game-winning field goal because Denver only has the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts to stop the clock. 1st and 10. Garoppolo steps back to pass. He throws over the middle. Oh, my God, it's picked off. It was intended for Debo. It got hit up in the air, and it got picked off by who is that? Number 50, the linebacker. I didn't see who it was. With 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my Lord. He tried to fit it in. It was a bad throw. The ball got hit up in the air, and the linebacker, Griffith, goes in and picks it off. Oh, my gosh. It was intended for Debo, but the safety came in hard and knocked the ball into the air. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe, is Denver actually going to somehow win this ball? Now, San Francisco, they're still alive. They have all 3 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. So if they get a 3 and out, which based on tonight is very, very easy to do. At 1st and 10, hand off to Javonte Williams, and he goes absolutely nowhere. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage. And we will hit the 2-minute warning. So if they get a 3 and out, they will get the ball back with a timeout in their back pocket. If they get a 3 and out on this drive. It's going to be 2nd and 10 at the 2-minute warning. And we are going to see how this ends up playing out. We're going to see how this ends up playing out. Now, I feel like it could be a situation of 1st down, game is potentially over. Potentially. 1st down makes this much more difficult for San Francisco to pull this out. But I was ripping on Denver all game for not being able to move the ball. San Francisco has been kind of the same offensively. Haven't been able to move the ball. They haven't gotten to the end zone outside that one touchdown drive early in the game. They haven't done much offensively to help their defense out either. Same goes for Denver. 2nd and 9, so you actually got a 1-yard gain on that. 2nd and 9 coming up. And we are just waiting for a moment. All right, Wilson under center. Tight end in motion. Javonte Williams, it's a pitch to Williams. And the Niners have him swarmed. He gets back to the line. It's going to be 3rd down, and San Francisco uses their first timeout. So it's going to be a 3rd and long. If they stop him here, they're going to get the ball back with 1 timeout in their back pocket and well over 90 seconds to work with just to get into field goal range, because they only need a field goal to win the game, which I feel like it's doable. I feel like that's doable. So it's 3rd and 9 for the Broncos offense. They've been going 3 and out all night. If there's one situation where they can't afford to go 3 and out, it's right now. And they are still in their own territory. So here we are. 3rd and 9. Wilson under center. Tight end goes in motion. And it is a handoff to Melvin Gordon. And Melvin Gordon gets a few yards. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And San Francisco will use their 2nd timeout. He had a bit of a hole there, but only was able to get about 3 or 4. So it's 4th down. Denver will punt. Will they? Yeah, they should. Yeah. They will punt. 4th and 5. Yep. Waitman, their punter for Denver. He's been having he's been getting a good day's work tonight, hasn't he? So it's 4th and 5. And Denver will punt the ball away, and San Francisco will get the ball back with about a little over 1:40 seconds and a timeout in their back pocket with only a field goal to win the game. Punt is away. Raymond McLeod to receive it. Oh, my God, he muffed it. Oh, my God, he muffed it. He might have fallen back on top of it. Oh, my God, he muffed the punt. He muffed the punt. He might have fallen back on top of it, though. We shall wait and see. Yep, it's still San Francisco ball. He fell back on top of it after muffing it. Oh, my fucking Lord. Ray McLeod fumbled it, but he was able to jump back on top of it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right, here we go. First game, first live stream where we actually get to have a chance of a game-winning drive. Here we go, 1:42, 1st down at their own 15-yard line for San Francisco. 1:42 left. Debo goes out in motion. Snap to Garoppolo. Garoppolo. Chase, he's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked by Chubb. Bradley Chubb gets home. 2nd down, 1:33 and counting. 2nd down, they're not going to burn the timeout now. They are now under 90 seconds. 2nd and 22. Snap, Garoppolo, he's now in the end zone. Steps up. He's going to throw it short over the middle to Wilson. And Wilson, he's going to run. He fumbled the ball, and Denver falls on it. That's ball game. That's ball game. Denver, I don't know how. I don't know. I have no clue how. But Denver's going to come out and win this ball game. What in the fuck? Denver, I'm going to be real. Y'all didn't deserve to win this game, but y'all going to come out with a win. I don't know how, but this doesn't take away from the fact that Denver still has a lot of problems offensively that they need to look at, and that's really my fear, is that they're going to walk out of this game thinking that, okay, we still won the game, we have nothing to look at, when that's clearly not the case. So I really do hope they actually seriously look themselves in the mirror after this game, because this was not like, neither team deserved to win this game, but Denver really didn't deserve to win this game. They won this game because of their defense, and it was fitting they won on a forced fumble. They won on the defensive play. And San Francisco called a timeout. That was their last timeout of the game. And Denver's just going to kneel it out. And they're going to walk out of this with an 11-10 victory. Unfortunately, not a scoregami. I am disappointed in that. But it was a bit of a game at the end there. And just like that, the Denver Broncos will improve to 2-1, as the Niners will fall to 1-2 in the year. And I think they're just going to take one more knee, and that will be all she wrote. Here we go. Final kneel down of the game. And there we go. The Denver Broncos pull a win out of their ass on Sunday Night Football over the San Francisco 49ers. Man, oh man, that was an experience. That was a interesting experience that I kind of don't want to ever relive ever again. And that will be the end for me as well tonight. I will sign off. And again, I promise I will get the podcast out. You will see it Wednesday. Sometime around Wednesday, I will get it up then. I do promise you that. But with that being said, I am Double Diesel. Peace out.